Hello and welcome back to 95 Data, where we talk about data analytics. In the last video, we talked about the View tab, and in this video, we'll be talking about the Optimize tab, which allows us to optimize our experience while using or developing reports in Power BI. So going to our Power BI, we have the Optimize tab, and there are subsections that probably we have seen some of the buttons before, but the first one is the query subsection, where we have the pause visuals, which allows us to pause visual queries to allow for faster editing on our Power BI. And the one beside it is the refresh query. This allows us to do a one-time refresh even though the visuals are paused. That allows us to optimize our experience when developing in Power BI. So moving on to the next one, which is the report subsection, we have the optimization presets button, and if you click on the drop down, we have three options there, which is the query reduction, interactivity, and the customize. So the default settings for this is the interactivity, and what this does is that it allows us to have interactivity in our visualization. That is, when you do a selection, it allows cross highlighting and cross filtering in real-time selections of slicers in our report. The slicers are the filters that we add to our report. So when you do a filter or you select a slicer, then you get interactivity, that is cross highlighting and cross filtering. But the opposite of that is the query reduction, which when you have this now, it does not allow you to do the cross highlighting and cross filtering. So this is particularly useful when we have a direct query connection. So same thing with the previous one we saw, which is the interactivity. That is really useful when we have import mode. It's just more about, the load that Power BI is pulling. So if you have direct query connection, then the Power BI is not loading the data into Power BI. It's connecting directly to it, which definitely, when there's any changes or when you make a slicer selection, then it has to send some query back to the direct query connection. But if it is in import mode, then that doesn't necessarily have to send the query back to the connection because the data has already been imported into Power BI. So we also have this button for customize, which when you click this customize button, it brings an option for you. It brings an option settings for you where you can set how you want your report to behave based on the settings that you make here. So this will be like your own setting. So it might not be full interactivity or full query reduction based on the way you like it. So let me just click on cancel here. So that is for the optimization presets button. So moving to the next subsection, we have the performance analyzer that we have seen before. So it's just let us see how our query is performing and the tax that is contributing to the performance. You can see how long it takes a visual to load and what tax formula is contributing to that loading time. So the next one is the apply subsection, where we have the apply all slicers button. So this is very important because it puts in a button into our canvas. So if I click on it now, so what it does is that it adds the button onto the canvas. And what this button does is that, you see, if you have a lot of visuals on your report and then there are slicers that you are using to interact with these visualizations, if you have all slicers button, what you can do is that you can select the filters and it won't interact directly with the visualization until you click on all apply slicer. So we'll be seeing more of this demonstration in upcoming videos. So that is what we have for the optimize tab. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video and share. See you in the next video. Thank you.